Now let us learn how to write the chemical formula of the compounds. We have seen that a compound will have different types of atoms. So first step, we need to remember the symbols of all the elements. Second, the valencies of that atoms. And third step, that is to crisscross that. Then we will write the formula in word and we will discuss which things we can know from a chemical formula. First, we will start with the simplest binary compounds. Binary means two. So the compounds containing only two elements are known as binary compound. Very first, we are having two elements H and Cl. Recall the valencies of these two. H is having 1, Cl is also having 1. Crisscross them. That means we have to write this as subscript. But if both the valencies are similar, are same, then we will not write anything in its subscript, so the formula becomes HCl. For writing the name of this compound, binary compound, the rule we are supposed to follow, that first we will write the name of the element which is written on the left hand side or which is having positive ion. That we will write as it is. And the second element, the name of that element will have the suffix IDE. That means here we are having hydrogen. So we will write the name of this compound as hydrogen. Second element is chlorine. The suffix "ide" will be added, so the name is hydrogen chloride. This IDE has been added. It is the rule to write down the name of the chemical formula. This explains that this ion is negative and this ion is positive. Elements, two elements are there, hydrogen and chlorine. The number of atoms of each element, we can say that one atom of hydrogen and one atom of chlorine. Let us take another example. Common compound we are saying as water. Water contains two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Recall the valencies. The valency of hydrogen, as we have written just now, is 1 and oxygen is having 2. Now crisscross them. So here we are supposed to write down this number in the subscript. So the formula will be H2O, which chemically we can say as hydrogen oxide, as well as from this we can know that two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, is present. Besides that, to make one molecule of water, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen is combining. That means the atomicity of one molecule of water is 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. Likewise, one more simple binary compound we are talking. Say we are having Mg and Cl. Mg is magnesium, Cl is chlorine. Recall their valencies. Mg is having valency 2 and chlorine is having valency 1. So by crisscrossing them, we can write the formula as MgCl2, which is written as magnesium chloride. And from that, we can say that one molecule of magnesium chloride contains one atom of magnesium and two atoms of chlorine. That means total 3 atoms of 2 different elements are present in one molecule of magnesium chloride. First of all, it is given to us aluminium oxide. So write down the symbols of the elements present in the formula. Aluminium Al, oxide, that means oxygen, symbol is O. Now recall the valencies. Aluminium is having the valency 3 and oxygen is having the valency 2. So the formula becomes Al2O3. Likewise, calcium oxide. Symbol of calcium is Ca. Oxide, that means oxygen. The valency of calcium is 2. Oxygen is also 2. So we are having the formula of calcium oxide as CaO. Again remember, it is not Ca2O2, only CaO. Then we are having sodium nitrate. The symbol of sodium Na, nitrate NO3. From here, the polyatomic ions are starting. NO3 is negatively charged polyatomic ions as it is having more than one element over here. The valencies of sodium, that is 1. Nitrate is also having 1. So again they are neutralizing each other and formula is NaNO3. We just write as it is. Then next we are having calcium hydroxide. Here hydroxide is also the polyatomic ion. Hydrogen and oxygen both are combining, but still they are having some charge on them, they are having some valency. So it is known as polyatomic ion. So we will write that hydroxide OH is having the valency 1, Ca is having valency 2. Now this 2 will be given to this whenever we are having the polyatomic ions and we have to write something in its subscript. Remember one more rule, that the polyatomic ions, if we are writing subscript for them, then it will be written in the bracket. Just like this, if there is no subscript, this NO3 itself is an ion, so no need to show that in bracket. But here, as I am telling, that the formula will be Ca, this 2 will be given to this. So CaOH twice, and in this situation we will show this OH by OH in bracket, because this 2 will be for O as well as for H, and OH remains together. So that we will write in bracket, and then the valency will be written as subscript. So the formula becomes CaOH twice. Another example, that is sodium carbonate. For sodium carbonate, the valency of sodium is 1, and for carbonate the valency is 2. So this Na will have the valency of this, and this will have the valency of that. So we can write that Na2CO3. So formula of sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3. The last example we are taking, that is for ammonium sulfate. The valency of sulfate is 2 and the valency of ammonium is 1. So once again, this is the most complex example, that positive and negative, both the ions are polyatomic ions. And in that case, again we have to write subscript 2 for ammonium. So this time ammonium will be written in bracket. SO4 is having only one subscript, so no need to show that in bracket. So the formula becomes NH4 twice SO4. Now these chemical formulas are used to find out the molecular mass, as we have discussed earlier. These chemical formulas gives us the number of elements present in that one molecule, as well as these chemical formulas explains us that how many atoms of each element is combining to form one molecule of that compound. And finally, we can understand that electric charges are also balanced, equal number of positive and negative charges. That means the compound is electrically neutral. Let us understand one example for understanding all these details. Say we are talking about sodium carbonate. So we are having the element sodium, carbon and oxygen. 3 elements are present. The formula of that becomes Na2CO3. It means 2 atoms of sodium, 1 atom of carbon and 3 atoms of oxygen is combined to form one molecule of sodium carbonate. So atomicity of one molecule of sodium carbonate, that is 3 plus 1, 4, 5 and 6. Atomicity is 6. elements 3. Valencies of that elements or polyatomic ions, as we are having monoatomic as well as polyatomic ions. So by crisscross that we are getting the atomicity, the elements and the electric charges. Sodium is having charge as +1 and carbonate is having -2. So these two atoms of sodium will give us +2 charge and already one atom of carbonate is having -2 charge. So these are cancelled out and electric charge is 0.
आभार।